shit, no. Oh, this is gonna be fun. We can stay up late, swapping manly stories, and in the morning, I'm making waffles.
What's going on, legend, and a massive welcome to the channel. So excited that you're here, and this video today is going to be a recipe video. I'm going to be showing you how to make my protein chocolate peanut butter waffles. Or if you don't have a waffle press, believe it or not, you can actually make this as pancakes, which I've tried before as well. So these ones are combining the powers or the flavor, fucking like amazingness that is chocolate and peanut butter together. This is a 4-ingredient recipe, so super duper simple, meaning that if you're a dumb fuck and you've never cooked before, you should still be able to follow along and do this, right? And I've made this with the intention for those who just love waffles or love pancakes and want to be able to, you know, make healthier alternatives or versions of them without fucking up their calories and blowing their macros. So this here, as I said, 4 ingredients. It's the means of putting them together, mixing it all up, and yeah, fucking then deciding on what toppings you want to have with it based on your goals and your current calories and stuff like that. So we're going to jump to the kitchen in just a sec. Make sure that in terms of some pre-work, all it's just a means of like is just having your different things ready, as you're going to see in terms of the ingredients list. And if you don't have a waffle press, well then yeah, you can use a fry pan and turn these into pancakes. Alright, so before we get stuck into it, make sure to give this video a like, that way YouTube shows it to more people. If you're new to the channel, strap yourself in for some epic Angus beef recipe action, and yeah, get pumped. Let's go to the kitchen. So once again, a big welcome to this video. Really appreciate you for being here. And how good are waffles? Really hope you like the intro too. So let's go over the ingredients for how to make these glorious things. So you would have just seen there me using some Angry Meals or by Sinister Labs, their infused peanut powder. So that was 40 grams worth of the good stuff. Then we've got 1 scoop of chocolate whey protein. You're only going to need 1 scoop because this is going to contribute massively to the big protein count. So we're talking about 30 grams of actual whey protein that you're going to be using. And then what I didn't actually show there was the gluten-free pancake mix. That's kind of the secret ingredient here of this dish. So notice here all the colored bowls because I'm all about the color. It makes me so happy. So here we are, first dry ingredient, as I said before, that was just the powdered peanut butter. Note that you can use any sort of powdered peanut butter, it doesn't have to be that one. The reason why I use that one is because of the fact that it's got caffeine. So we've got 40 grams of that, 30 grams of whey protein, 40 grams of the gluten-free pancakes mixture, and then you're just going to stir that together. It doesn't literally need anything else in terms of dry mix. You could add some stevia if you really wanted to, if you've got a raging sweet tooth like me, and then it's just a means of gradually incorporating 100 mils of almond milk bit by bit until you get a nice batter-like consistency, as you'll see here. Now I'll tell you what, one of the ways that you can tell that something is going to taste fucking glorious is if the wet mix tastes awesome. So that's how I like to go. So what I'd suggest if I were you, if you've got a waffle press, is just to spray it with some sort of oil. You would have seen that that's no calorie PAM spray, just so that way, well, there's no calories, and it's just so that the batter mixture doesn't actually stick to the hot plate. So divide your mixture by 2, just a means of spreading it out nice and evenly so it covers all of the little squares. And then just allow it to sit just for a little bit, for about 10 or 20 seconds or so once you've got it in there, just so it can bubble up a bit before you then close the hot plate. And then it's just a means of waiting for your little light to pop on. My one usually always goes green once it's ready, so it starts off red to indicate that, hey, it's in motion, and then it will go green once it's ready. So with this recipe, what I'd suggest if I was you is, like what I use for this one is I added some additional berries on top and some blueberry syrup. As you can see here, this is calories and macros per serve, but without any toppings. So roughly about 400 calories, 43 grams of protein, 40 grams of carbs, 8 grams of fat, and 7 grams of fiber. So super easy to make, just a means of flowing through it, and then hopefully yours turn out as good as mine. So fam, really hope you enjoyed watching me cook these waffles. I've made these many a times before, and I'll tell you what, they are amazing. The combination of chocolate and peanut butter together is just absolutely fantastic. So if you give these a bash yourself, make sure to tag me on social media, that'd be sick. Obviously on Facebook, if you follow me there, that'd be cool to get a tag from you, or on the old Instagram, tag me, do it for the burgers. Would love to see how your creation looks. Just look at that. Oh. A lot of the time I find that, like, when you buy waffle mixes, or when you buy waffle mixes online from companies, like, a lot of the time I find that their mixes either don't hold together when you're you know, making waffles or whatever. Like, you could use this for pancakes, like that would work. But like, I've perfected this in terms of making it really simple. Trust me, this tastes fantastic. So obviously the macros for this are absolutely awesome. Like, it's got over 40 grams of protein, decent amount of fiber, only 400 calories for the two massive waffles. And then obviously, depending on your goals, you can tweak it a little bit. Like, if you want to try and bump up the calories even more, you could have this with, like, you know, some bacon, some egg, and turn it into a full-blown meal. Me, this is a post-workout meal for me. I just finished up a workout not long ago. Oh, just look. Amazing. Yeah, the boys. Just drip some on the table. Yeah, for me, I'm having this as a post-workout at the moment, so I don't want it to be, you know, massive. Because now it's currently 10 AM. And I still want to eat lunch later on, you know what I mean? So I don't want it to kind of rough things up in terms of the day's eating. But yeah, guys, so this is super simple. You could have this for dessert, you could have it for breakfast, you could have it, like, there's all sorts of things. And like, all my recipes, I aim to make sure that they're macro friendly in a way that still contributes to your you know, your protein and your overall calories and macros and stuff like that, rather than dessert or these sort of meals being like, you know, waffles. Typically we'd think of them as a YOLO type meal, right? Yet thanks to products like this, or you could use, like, you know, PB2 or any powdered peanut butter, and obviously protein powder, right? A lot of us just use it for shakes, which is boring as fuck. Whereas for me, I very rarely actually have protein shakes, but I'll use protein in all sorts of different ways, like protein powder in all sorts of different ways to keep things fresh, because I just hate shit tasting boring and bland. Like, I love to get pleasure and enjoyment from everything I'm eating, you know what I mean? Blackberries, eh? I remember one time I made this, right? I put peanut butter and jam between each of the waffles, and then I had, what did I have? I had a few slices of bacon, a couple of eggs, a bit of Scottish black pudding on the side, and then I covered the whole top in honey. It was fucking fantastic, so good. So I'm going to continue to eat these lovely waffles. Really hope you enjoyed this video. And especially if you're a lover of waffles, do yourself a favour and give these a bash. Seriously, I absolutely love it. So versatile in terms of how you can use them. Obviously very macro friendly. And with
me adding berries and syrup and stuff like that, like it's still only 450 calories for this whole meal, and more than 40 grams of protein without any meat products. You know what I mean? So happy days there. So do me a favor, hey, if you're new to the channel, make sure to go check out the upload section in the site. All sorts of cool videos to check out. There's even a recipes playlist if you're here solely just for cool macro friendly foods, and that's totally fine. Check that out as well. And if you found this video valuable, you love it, make sure to give it a like, so that way YouTube shows it to more people. That'd be awesome if you could do that for me. And if you're keen to check out these guys, Sinister Labs, that's a company. You can check out the link in the description, and that can take you directly to their site. All sorts of cool products. They're absolutely awesome, hey, seriously, lots of high protein, different mixes and stuff like that. And yeah, being creative with them is where the money's at. Oh, this is so fucking good, like seriously. Oh, I'm just loving it. But yeah, and obviously in terms of me and what I do, if you're not aware, I love coaching people to having to build an awesome relationship with food and to dominate the game that is health in the 21st century, because these days it's so flawed and so full of restriction, it's not even funny. So yeah, I love doing that. So if that's your vibe, while you hang around, subscribe. And you can check out some of my links in the description below as well. Lots of cool stuff to check out. It will take you to my online store as well if you want to check that out, where you can get amongst some free products, some low cost ebooks and stuff like that, or you can even check out coaching. Because yeah, that's what I do for a crust, and I coach men and women across the world to look great naked and to, yeah, build awesome bodies. So I'm going to keep showering. Give yourself an awesome day. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time in the YouTube world. Peace out.